Hello and welcome back to the cottage. Today I'm going to bring you outside and share with you the progress that we've made on our terraced garden. Our small first garden was looking a bit rough after the long winter. In fact, a couple of the corner posts had snapped during a snowstorm and the fencing was sagging in. But we had known all along that this was going to be just a small tester garden patch. That was basically to make sure that the area had enough sunlight to grow the vegetables that we wanted to grow. And now that we know that it does, we decided to expand the garden. As you can see, we had also put up a temporary fence to hold back soil from washing down the hill, and we knew that if we were going to try to expand the garden, we would need to take the slope of our site into account. And we could do this in a variety of ways, with using some pavers perhaps, or cinder blocks, but we had a lot of trees that we had taken down, and so we had quite an abundance of branches and small twigs that we decided instead to make a bramble terraced fence. The first step in the process of expanding the garden involved Craig clearing out brush and weeds. And though I'd like to say that I was helping him with this, I was sidelined due to the fact that I am quite allergic to poison ivy, and it has been spotted here on our property. Okay, so I have a basic framework kind of figured out here. Got these two trees. There's going to be a gate kind of in here. And then there'll be a walkway at the center. And then I'm going to do sort of a terraced garden with like a bramble fence. So my husband just cut these stakes and we put them in. And now I'm going to add some of these little sticks behind it and build it up, and then I'll come back and add more dirt in here. So that'll be the first tier, and then between each tier I'm gonna have a walkway. So there'll be a walkway here and then another planting section right here with another fence along here. Might be kind of hard to tell on camera here, but the trick is to kind of weave them a little bit and also try to lock them so like the wood has a natural curve to it. So I'm sort of trying to put them in a position where they're gnarled around each other, and eventually the soil will be kind of built up to here. I'm not going to go really any further in height than this. Just because I want to be able to access it, but you can see that our grade slope's already on this level, so I'm going to bring extra dirt in here and fill it up to almost the top there. So there's the startup fence number 1. I like how this one kind of notched around this post and then it actually weaves in here and then back around the outside. It's kind of cool. Craig tilled and added in black dirt as I continued to work on the bramble tier fences. And as each tier was complete, I added in cardboard to help with soil erosion and then backfilled with leaves and pushed the dirt up against it. And this created a nice solid area that should hold back the soil very well. That's probably good, yeah. All right. Strong?
Yep. Strong enough.
One sad aspect of expanding the garden was that we needed to clear an area of grass that we had just seeded last year. So that was kind of a bummer, but the trade-off we felt like was necessary in order to have a larger garden. As I mentioned in the video about our first garden, it is vitally important that we have a high fence around our garden space, as the deer population in our area is very, very high. The fencing we are putting in place this year we are hopeful will last us for at least the next 2 to 3 years, at which point we will install a permanent fence, which will include a retaining wall on one side. We are really happy with how the terraces turned out, and through the years we're going to be adding soil and compost, and eventually we will likely need to add in more sticks for the terraces, which is why we made the stakes for them a little bit taller. The garden is now planted with all sorts of veggies, and once again this year it's sort of a test to see what grows best in which part of the garden. But overall we think that the size should be perfect for us moving forward. It's manageable enough, and it also gives us a lot of flexibility in what we can plant, and it's just a magical spot that I know I'm going to enjoy spending time in. Eventually we also have plans to create a special garden gate between the 2 large oak trees near the bottom of the garden, and a garden shed off to the side for easy access of tools. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for weekly content and updates on life here at the cottage. We'll see you later.